I'll introduce myself. My name is Hummam Abdullatif. I'm an executive advisor with GHD in the UAE. I'm originally from Sydney, Australia, and I've been with GHD for 12 years. For those of you who don't know GHD, we're a global consulting firm with almost 100 years of experience. We started out as a water business in Melbourne close to 100 years ago, and now we're a global consulting practice with experience in engineering, environment, and advisory services. I'm actually based out of the UAE, and I've been working here for the last 7 years. My team focuses a lot on the commercial risk and advisory space. Over the last 2 decades of my career, I've really worked on large-scale infrastructure and buildings projects across both the Middle East and Australia. Obviously, I started out my career as a civil engineer, and I was heavily involved in transport and infrastructure projects. From those projects, I then moved on to large-scale airports, industrial facilities, including data centers, which data centers became a very big thing over COVID. Over the years, I've been involved in these engineering projects, and after completing certifications as a risk management professional and subsequently my MBA, I began to support clients on high-level advisory services, including business case studies, risk. And through that lens, I started to really see how we're connected as a globe and working across different regions and clients moving in to the Middle East from North America and Europe over the last couple of years. Really started to see how connected we are as a global network. More recently as well, I've been involved in risk studies for large-scale energy projects in the UAE. So obviously it's become a very big topic here on energy security, especially after COVID, especially now in the world that we live in where it's becoming a lot more fragmented. And having lived across multiple cities over my lifetime, across different continents, I've really seen the pros and cons of having connected cities. So obviously global connected cities have many benefits, as we've all seen. Includes, improved urban management, enhanced efficiency, and a better quality of life. It makes it easier for trade, a lot of capital and people. But this also comes with its drawbacks. And what we see is these drawbacks include, from what I've seen, is data and security concerns. Globally, we're becoming more susceptible to cyber attacks, which can bring down businesses, our infrastructure, and the way that we work. Technology dependence. We've become overly dependent on technology across our cities. In the sense where, for example, like the CloudStrike issue a couple of months back, and that can really bring us to a standstill. And many of our cities are not resilient enough. Where technology goes down, what do we do? Becoming very global and connected cities as well, and being in a very food insecure country right now, which is the United Arab Emirates, there's become a real lack of food security. Where we're all connected across cities. There's a lot of trade, supply chain. Food comes in from other parts of the world, but then obviously when you have shocks to the system, such as COVID, or shipping crisis that happened a couple of years ago, it can really have a strong flow-on effect to that nation. Energy security is another one, and obviously some recent global events have been a testament to that, where energy prices increase. That can really affect your quality of living, your transport, and your economy in the country as well. And just general dependence on foreign nations and trading partners. Some of our countries have become too reliant on neighboring countries to the point where some countries are no longer a manufacturing country. They're really losing skills as well, and this can lead to supply chain issues, brain drains, and a loss of culture as well. So we really need to focus on making our cities more resilient and robust to these shocks and changes. It's something that really has come to light from the global financial crisis. COVID made it very evident where even something that you would take for granted previously, like such as medication, became a lot harder to be able to have access to. And they're really topics that we need to focus on and to address collectively, because it's not just we see what's happening now in the United States and other countries, but really it's a global effect of globalization's come in, but now it's really how do we make our cities resilient to these global shocks. Thank you, David. I'll hand over to Matt.